What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Plillo and today we are going to discuss the new feature banner with Tifa and Zack, and then we will be also talking about some teams that you can form with the new weapons, because in my opinion this banner is a preparation for Ifrit EX2 and Ramuh EX2 that might be coming around the corner. Now, without further ado, let's look at this fantastic outfit. I think it's looking great. I think it's stunning. I love the colors, and I love the knee pads, the boob pads, the elbow pad. It reminds me a little bit of Saint Seiya for some reason. I don't know if you watch the anime. I grew up watching that, and I really like this outfit. Now the stats are fantastic. HP 10 points and a new R ability buff and debuff extension plus that will give us 60% buff and debuff extension. This is huge because this makes Tifa the best support unit in the game, in my opinion. Now, the Feather Gloves only cost 3 ATB and deals 420% physical non-elemental damage, crit 10%, magical defense decrease mid, and if your life, if Tifa's life is 50% or more, it does water damage increase up to high. This is one of the most unique abilities that we have seen so far, because before we were always seeing elemental decrease, but we had never seen an ability that will improve or damage on a given element. So now this is also the first set that we have seen in the game. Although we don't have that concept yet, this pairs right away with the bunny gloves from Tifa that were doing magical water damage plus buffing herself on magical attack. So now she has a double buff. She becomes super self-sufficient. The water goddess is here and also breaks sigils. So this is top. As a sub weapon, it's also fantastic. 62 attack and water potency 39. The base stats are not bad. 628. It could be better, but 52, 542 attack, not bad. 233 heal, not bad. Could be better, but 3 ATV moves. Phew. The only weird thing is that it does physical non-elemental damage, which is more natural for Tifa, to be honest. But at the same time, the set, the bunny gloves were doing magical damage. So then this attack is going to hit peanuts in comparison. But fair enough, if not, it might be too broken perhaps, or too early to introduce that kind of power. Now let's look into Zack. I think Zack outfit is a bit meh. I don't really like this open sleeves outfit, because for me it looks like you're gonna get hit and you're gonna lose an arm. So yeah, it looks like okay. Yeah, I don't like it. Sorry, yeah, not convinced. But now let's look at the stats. The stats are wow. The stats are broken in my opinion, because it does buff and the off extension plus 10 points, and then Frostblade Arcanum 10 points. So now I prepare this page with alternatives to these outfits, and not long ago we had the Shinra full dress uniform, HP, and buff and the off extension as well, 10 points. So now this new outfit is already killing his previous outfit. And I was lucky, or unlucky in this case, to pull on this outfit. So now I feel like a bit of a fool, because this one is way better. It does everything better. I mean, HP 10 points, okay, fine. But honestly, I'd rather have buff and debuff extension 10 points and Frostblade Arcanum rather than this one. So, yeah, there is that. Now, the weapon, Pressure Reach, it costs 4 ATBs and it deals 620% physical ice damage, and when the HP is 50% or more, it does ice resistant decrease high. So in a way, this could be a replacement for Bald Eagle, and only in a way, because when we look at our alternatives, well, first of all, it also breaks sigils, cross sigil, 660 physical attack is a really nice stat, and the R abilities are fantastic as a sub weapon. Now, looking at alternatives, alternatives to these weapons, we have Ivy Color that also does ice resistance and fire resistance down. So if you are a red main, you have this option also for 3 ATB moves. And this one works always, all the time. You can have 1 HP and it will still apply ice resistance. Bald Eagle also works all the time. So it's not exactly better in the sense that yes, it does more damage and yes, it's ice focus, fair enough. But Bald Eagle will always apply ice resistance. So it's a compromise, right? Do you want more damage? Okay, fair enough. But if your life goes below 50%, then that's it. The buff is, the debuff is gone. Pinwheel is also there, although this is the worst option because it does 5-10% physical non-elemental. It can crit, but yeah, it's less damage than Bald Eagle, for example, at the same level, 120. Also, Bald Eagle has 633 physical attack. The new one has 660, right? So for base stats, it's better. So yeah, it's an option that is somewhat better than Bald Eagle, but it's still not massive power creep. Because once your life, you need to be careful of your life. Realistically, you always want to have your life full, but in ranked, for example, sometimes you cannot really have that, or if you to have that, maybe you need to use potions. So there is a trade-off there. But yeah, I think it's clearly a bit better than Bald Eagle, but not so much better. And then another thing I wanted to bring to your attention here is that guide uniform assists. I don't know if you were around in the crossover for Rebirth or if you pull on this outfit, but this assists. And this is why I'm not convinced about the new outfit for Tifa. So now going back to the question, should you pull on this banner? I don't think so, because I personally, even though this is a new innovative or ability, I had never seen buff and debuff extension being something that I really need to complete a fight or to survive or to get away from some situation, something that I will be like, oh, I'm missing this, and because of that I cannot complete this fight. I haven't never seen that. I have seen HP being a case for that. I have seen physical defense or magical defense maybe. I have seen damage being a case for that, because sometimes there is a DPS race, and if you don't kill the enemies fast enough, then they will kill you because they will one-shot you. So Guide Uniform give you 15% physical DPS, and because of that, I'm not convinced about pulling on this outfit, even though it looks amazing. I just don't see buff and debuff extension being like super great. So I would recommend not pulling. I see this as this is the preparation for Ramuh and Ifrit, but I can see how we will be able to complete those fights without these weapons. And also the challenge is you need to invest a lot. Although they work with just one copy. Just one copy works. 3 ATB moves. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, here now. 3 ATB moves. Water damage increase mid. It works. That's great. The other one with one copy works as well. 4 ATB moves. Ice resistance decrease mid. Start with mid, then it can go up to high. Yeah, it's there. It's useful with just one copy, but still, like, to make the most of it, you need at least Ouroboros 6. That's an investment. Do you really want to invest here, or would you rather save? I would rather save. Now let's look into the builds, alright? Because this is where things get interesting. Like, these weapons open the possibility. We are preparing for Ramuh, we are preparing for Ifrit. So then we could go for Ramuh. We could go Cloud, Glenn, and then a healer, or Kite Sith, depending. Or maybe Tifa, Glenn, and then a healer. So let's see that we choose option 2, Tifa, Glenn, and a healer. So Tifa will bring the bunny gloves with the bunny outfit, water blade, arcanum, boost magical ability potency, the feather gloves. This is the new one. That's the bunny gloves, which, as we were saying, 850% magical water damage, plus buff herself. Freaking awesome. Really good abilities as well, and the abilities they pair. Fantastic, 674 magical attack. Then Glenn, if the limit, if you pull on this one, Water Blade Arcanum plus Stream Slasher, it can do so much water damage. And then as a secondary, it could bring whatever. The only thing here is that Stream Slasher is boost physical attack, so it doesn't really pair with Tifa. It will pair better with Cloud, but then Cloud is not going to do as much damage. So there is a weird synergy there. It works, it's what we have, but it's not the best synergy yet. As a healer, Orthodox Raven has 540% water damage, and it hits all enemies with 40 DBs. So Matt can clear mobs with prime number, then you can heal. Then also as a healer, you could bring perhaps Aerith instead of Matt, and then Sanabella is still one of the best weapons in the game because it does physical defense decrease, magical defense decrease. So Chef Kiss, fantastic weapon. As a sub weapon as well, one of the best sub weapons. And then Fairy Tail can heal. And then if you don't want to bring a healer, you could bring Kiteseed. For example, this will be really good for Ranked when the last boss is Ramuh. The Green Megaphone can do water resistance decrease, so then Tifa buffs herself, Glenn hits like a truck, Kite does water resist decrease, and that's it. Like Ramuh dies before he casts the attack, and then all is good. 3 point plus million score. And then the secondary ability, so secondary weapon with from Kate could be flower based, for example. So then you have haste, which is not bad, and also magical attack increase. So he can be buffing Tifa from the very beginning, although she is gonna buff herself. But you know, this team will destroy Ranked. We will need to see what is your second weapon, sorry, from Glenn. It could be anything, but yeah, really interesting. Now, when it comes to alternatives, this is the thing I was saying. Maritime Sword was here. You're one of the OG weapons, and realistically, you might have more copies about this one simply because if you have been playing for a while. Maritime Sailor was there. I don't know if you pulled on this one, but it was Water Mastery. It's less damage than Arcanum, of course, but it pairs better with Glenn because it's physical. So there is an option there, and then also Cloud has Hard Edge, which does physical defense down up to high, so that could also pair with Glenn weapon. So I don't think this is that bad, and this is the OG team. So then you don't bring Tifa in this case, and then you focus on physical DPS. That could also work. When it comes to ice builds, we have so many options at the moment, right? And this is the prepare for Ifrit, okay? So in this case, you have Zack and Cloud and Tifa, which is full DPS, full physical DPS, or Zack, Sephiroth, and Aerith. So let's look first at the physical build. Tifa has Holy Flame Gloves, 800% physical nice damage, and if you were around on the crossover, Final Fantasy IX crossover event, Amaranth Claus is still here and it will buff your physical attacks. So she can, buff herself again and then do massive damage. Cloud has Stream Saber, 900% ice damage, plus Sedan Sword if you were around. So then, even if you get, in Ranked for example, even if you get ice damage decrease, you still have your Sedan Sword to hit non-elemental. Also, be aware that we have seen Shiva EX2 now, so it's quite likely that the next ranking event will be ice focus. But we will see. Zack have multiple options. For example, Catlas does physical defense decrease high. Twinkling Star could also be an option. That's magical attack decrease and physical defense decrease. First mid, then high. So for example, if the boss is gonna one-shot you, maybe magical attack decrease could help you here, and this helped me a lot in Shiva, EX1 and EX2. So it depends on what you need. If you need more damage quickly, maybe for Ranked, Cutlass will be better. If you need more survivability, maybe Twinkling Star is better. And then of course the new Pressure Reach. On your magical build, we have the classic Edge Winds with Sephiroth Outfit, and then now Sephiroth can also bring Protector Blade. So fantastic to buff all your magical attack. Aerith has a Snowflake that is a really good weapon because it's 62 magical attack, one of the only weapons that do 62 magical attack, one of the few weapons. Fantastic sub weapon. And the magical defense decrease mid, and then it can go to high. Super good to do some synergy with Sephiroth. And then Silver Staff, 540% magical ice damage, so you can clear mobs. Matt also has an alternative to this one, but Matt doesn't have something like a snowflake, so for magical, Iris will be better. And Zack also has Arc Sword that does magical defense increase up to high, so then he can help do plenty of damage to your team, and then he can bring the new pressure reach as well. So plenty of options to prepare for Ifrit, to prepare for Ramuh, to prepare for ranked. I think, yeah, still, I would then suggest pulling on this banner, unless, of course, you are a Kraken or a Whale, and then you want to get the max of the max. And if that's the case, then of course, by me personally, I think I'm gonna skip it. And if I pull, is because I go for Zack Outfit, which is another Frostblade. I miss Iris Outfit, the Frostblade Arcanum, and because of that, I think I'm gonna perhaps go for Zack. But at the same time, yeah, I was saving tickets, I was saving coins. I want to save, I really want to save, but having a few copies of this weapon will really help me clear Ifrit EX2 as soon as it releases on day one. Although I have Bald Eagle as well, so do I really need this? I don't think so. Anyhow, this is it for today. Sorry for such a long video, but there were so many things to cover. If you found this useful, please throw a like or comment in the video, or consider subscribing. If you are already subscribed, I wanted to say once again, thank you for supporting the journey. Thank you for supporting the channel. My name is Plillo. Until the next time, cheerios! Bye bye!